I don't know of a better way to describe it other than it feels like being closed in. It's almost like a claustrophobic feeling.
Yeah, I used to have this too. When I just became a coach, and then everybody wants to talk to you at these bodybuilding shows. I was helping clients. So you're an emotional support animal for your clients, right?
Mhm.
Basically, for your
Yep.
15 or 16 clients that are competing, and then everybody on the circuit knows you, right? The judges, the other coaches, some of the other competitors, people in the audience. So you're basically talking the whole day.
I've always had this theory, like the whole roid rage thing. Of like, if you're an asshole beforehand, you're going to be a bigger
Mm,
asshole when you're on. If you're chill, you're going to be chill. I
yeah,
don't know. I
it's
don't. I'm pretty chill. The only time I get a little cranky is at the end of contest prep when I'm starving. But that I don't know how much of that is the protocol or how much of it is just being in a calorie deficit and not being able to sleep.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I always got cranky on the diet too, whether I was drug free or enhanced. And when I was enhanced, it's worse. I'll be, you know, I'll admit it. It's because I did like mini cycles when I was still drug free, so maybe 12, 15 diets because I was drug free for 10 years, right? And then I was a moody son of a bitch also. I was intolerable, so that's why I rarely go to that extra mile because I know my wife will suffer. Um, Unless I take some sort of medication to kind of put that kind of bullshit out of my head. But then you're patching one hole with another hole.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I just
I'm I'm pretty level. Other than having some social anxiety, I definitely have a little bit of social anxiety, and sometimes that gets worse.
yeah. I saw that on one of your podcasts. Do you want to go into that? Because it was surprising to hear that have a little bit of a hard time dealing with like the fame and people coming to you at some of these shows.
Right.
And like, I was like, wait a minute, this is like the most fun parts of being on YouTube, meeting all these people that support your channel. So what's going on there?
Yeah, I've always been that way. I'm an introvert, and I've always had a bit of social anxiety, and
Hmm.
I definitely learned that Nandrolone doesn't help it.
Mm,
So I pretty
yeah.
much stay away from Nandrolone. But yeah, sometimes I'll start feeling a little overwhelmed if a lot of people start talking to me. I try not to be a
Ah,
dick and talk to people, but I don't know of a better way to describe it other than it feels like being closed in. It's almost like a claustrophobic feeling.
yeah.
Sometimes
I
like
used to have
people.
I used to have this too. Yeah, I used to have this too. When I just became a coach, and then everybody wants to talk to you at these bodybuilding shows. I was helping clients. So you're an emotional support animal for your clients, right?
Mhm.
Basically, for your
Yep.
15 or 16 clients that are competing. And then everybody on the circuit knows you, right? The judges, the other coaches, some of the other competitors, people in the audience. So you're basically talking the whole day. And after a while, like let's say midday, when the show is halfway done, but midday, your emotional energy is kind of gone because you feel like you have to entertain people. And you feel like you have to be, on your best leg
Yeah.
forward, because as soon as you show a little bit of moody, then you'll make a bad impression and your TripAdvisor review goes to zero. It costs a lot, right? And the last thing you want is that I met Paul at the Mr. Olympia, and he was such a dick. That's the last thing you want to see
No,
online.
I
So,
don't I don't wanna be like that. I've had that experience before with pro bodybuilders. I've
oh, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
told people my Lou Ferrigno story. I was such a fan of Lou Ferrigno when I was when I was younger, and him
Mhm.
and Arnold. I mean, they were my idols, and
Mhm.
he came to do a guest posing or a guest. I'm not sorry, not guest posing, but like a guest event at my gym, like a promo
Mhm.
event that this gym I worked at as a personal trainer when I was in college, and I got assigned to kind of be his errand boy, and he was just horrible. He was absolutely horrible. Just mean, horrible, nasty, and I'll never forget it. It's ingrained in my memory.
So you did pay the $20 for a picture.
I remember just him being so condescending, and I was just a young, stupid kid. I was like 19 years old. I'm like,
Yeah,
this guy's an asshole.
yeah. No, I've felt like that a couple times when you meet pro. So, I always make sure that when I go to the events, I put,
Yeah.
again, I want to give everybody the time. And if I lose my voice or I have to hold my pee, because you meet people everywhere, right?
Yep.
Even when you go to the bathroom. so, so you meet all these people, but I do feel like at the end of the day, like I'm emotionally drained. Because
Yeah.
like for every person that I meet, I want to give them a good impression. Because again, they
Yeah.
support you on the back end. Like without the fans, my channel would be nothing. So I'm the last one to leave, but at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I'm drained. But in the beginning, I had the same thing as you, where after a while, you just want to disappear and kind of sit in the closet and recharge. But it does get better over time. But you do have to expose yourself to it to kind of get over it.
Yeah, it was very eye-opening at the national show I went to, and very eye-opening at the New York Pro. That was the
Mm-hmm.
first, like, 2 big shows I've been to, especially at the national show, man. There was I like to people watch even though I'm not that
Mm-hmm.
social, but I would set up with my laptop in the lobby to do my check-ins with my clients, and I'm sitting there
All
talking,
right.
and there was just a line of people to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like, there was people
Welcome to the
waiting on
fitness
me,
industry, Paul.
and it was fun. It was fun. I tried to be as sociable as I possibly could,
Mm.
and it was interesting. It was funny because my client was like, "Man, everybody knows you." I'm like, "I
Yeah.
don't know them. They know me."
No, I didn't know everything about you, but this is what happens when you give quality
Yeah.
information on YouTube. People start following you, they get invested, and then when they do meet you, they want to, see what you're all about. If you are the same as you are on YouTube in real life, and if you can deliver, everybody's happy with your interaction. Because the last thing you want is to tell these people to, go away because you're busy with your check-ins, and then they go online and said, "Well, Paul is not as nice as he pretends to be online." Yeah,
What you see is
that
what you
was
get with me.
yeah,
I
exactly, right. So of course you'll be dead tired at the end of the day, but it's yeah, I loved it, man. I lost my voice in 2 days when I went to the Mr. Olympia, and Scott McNally was like, "No, you got to pace yourself." I'm like, pacing myself. Whoever wants to talk to me, I'm just gonna talk. And then yeah, my voice was gone at the second day or third day, but I was talking to people from the moment I landed in the US because I got recognized everywhere because that was in the middle of the Liver King debacle, so I was high profile.
Oh, man, yeah, I'm sure everybody wanted to talk to you then.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what happens this year.